Thank you very much, and compliments of the new year to all members of the media. Thank you very much. A spokesperson of the ANC, Comrade Mahlengi Bengu. The African National Congress successfully convened its first Ordinary National Executive Committee meeting from January 18th to 19th, 2025 at the Birchwood Hotel and Conference Center. This meeting followed the ANC's successful 113th anniversary celebrations and the delivery of the January 8th statement by the President of the ANC, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, in Cape Town. These celebrations reaffirmed the ANC's centrality in the lives of the South African people and set a decisive tone for 2025, emphasizing critical priorities to strengthen the organization. The NEC meeting was conducted in an atmosphere of unity and mutual respect and underscored the ANC's commitment to remaining a cohesive and effective instrument for advancing the interests of the people of South Africa. On Ithala Bank, the ANC expresses deep concern over challenges facing Ithala Bank, a critical institution enabling access to banking services for rural communities, stokvels, churches, and small businesses in KwaZulu-Natal. The recent application by the South African Reserve Bank's Prudential Authority to liquidate Ithala due to insolvency threatens over 400 jobs and disrupts financial services for marginalized communities. The ANC reaffirms its commitment to financial inclusion and economic justice as articulated in the 2024 election manifesto. The NEC tasked the Economic Transformation Subcommittee with devising the strategies to safeguard Ithala Bank, protect workers, and ensure service continuity. The ANC further acknowledged the need for a transformative regulatory regime that accounts for historic economic marginalization, calling for accelerated implementation of policies outlined in the 2017 and 2022 national policy conferences to diversify the banking sector and empower public financial institutions. The ANC further calls on government to help expedite the resolution of the VBS matter so that the institution is revitalized and continue to benefit our people. On Back to School campaign, the ANC commended the smooth reopening of schools across the country, aligning with the recently enacted Bella Act, which reflects our focus on advancing access to quality education, as emphasized in the 2024 manifesto. The ANC calls on parents and communities to prioritize education and acknowledge the proactive role of the public representatives in overseeing school readiness. Comprehensive reports from these oversight activities will guide further interventions. On ensuring the right to learn campaign, the ANC welcomes the continued improvement in the matric pass rate, and we congratulate the class of 2024, achieving 87.3% pass rate, the highest in the country's history. We commend the resilience of our learners, educators, SGBs, parents, and stakeholders including the role of successive ANC-led administrations. In light of South Africa's historic matric pass rate in 2024, the ANC emphasizes its policy commitment to leaving no student behind. The ANC calls on bodies such as NSFAS to expedite funding processes to ensure deserving students gain access to tertiary education. We reiterate our call to the private sector to contribute meaningfully to skills development and education, emphasizing the manifesto's pledge to partner with various stakeholders in building a capable, skilled workforce. On Israel-Hamas ceasefire, the ANC welcomed the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas as a crucial step toward peace in the region, reiterating its long-standing solidarity with Palestine, while acknowledging the significance of this temporary pause. The NEC reaffirmed its support for South Africa's case before the International Court of Justice, seeking accountability for alleged genocide and atrocities during the conflict. This reflects the ANC's consistent stance, grounded in its historic commitment to human rights and international solidarity. The NEC resolution on Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. The NEC welcomed the report of the National Working Committee presented to the NEC by the Secretary General, dealing with the challenges the ANC is facing in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, particularly in relation to the electoral laws suffered in the two provinces. The report was thorough and analytical. Following the report, the NEC had an extensive discussion, which was rich and reflective, focusing on the task of renewal and rebuilding of the ANC in those two provinces, as well as strengthening leadership. It was agreed that unity of the ANC should be our overriding objective. And to achieve this, we must ensure that the leaders of the ANC at all levels work together, renewing and building organization together. The NEC agreed that the state of organization in all our provinces requires urgent action following the loss of elections. However, the loss the ANC suffered in the two key provinces required immediate action, as the two provinces were not only the most populous, but economic hubs of the country. There were extensive debates on the action that needs to be taken to strengthen the ANC in the two provinces. The NEC agreed that not taking an action was not an option. There were extensive discussions on the issue of the dissolution of the PECs or how best they can be strengthened. The NEC agreed that the overriding objective is how the ANC can be strengthened and rebuilt in the two provinces. And strengthening the ANC, the NEC agreed that whatever action that will be taken should be based on key principles: fostering the unity of the organization, focusing on rebuilding the structures of the organization, ensuring that the renewal process continues, focusing on political education as well as the foundational course, ensuring that the leaders work together. NEC members assist with the rebuilding of our branches in all provinces, utilizing the capabilities of past leaders both nationally and provincially in the rebuilding process. Reconfiguring the leadership in both provinces in terms of the framework of our constitution. The national officials must bring a proposal on the reconfiguration of leadership of KZN and Gauteng to the NWC within a week period. Whatever action is taken should not interfere with the work of government in the two provinces. On the upcoming Lekgotla, the ANC will hold its national Lekgotla from January 26 to 28 at 2025, focusing on the Medium-Term Development Plan, MTDP, of the 7th administration. This forum will review the progress of the 2024 manifesto and strategize on implementing the January 8th tasks outlined by the President of South Africa and the President of the African National Congress. The resolutions from this NEC meeting reaffirm the ANC's dedication to renewal, organizational unity, and the pursuit of its transformative agenda for South Africa. Thank you very much.